Scalar 3 includes very powerful audio and MIDI detection capabilities, which can analyze any audio or MIDI content and figure out what chords are being played, and also recommend related scales. This makes it really easy to add additional parts to an existing bit of audio or MIDI, or create a new song based on some existing material. All of Scalar 3's detection modes are available via the detection menu, which is accessed by clicking the record button in the header. From here, you can use the drop-down menu to select one of 3 different modes: Capture MIDI, Detect MIDI, and Detect Audio. Keep in mind that there are 3 different versions of the Scalar 3 plugin: the MIDI Effect plugin, the Audio Effect plugin, and the Instrument plugin. So if you're running the MIDI Effect plugin in a host like Logic that supports MIDI effects, it may not be capable of detecting audio due to the MIDI plugin's lack of audio input. Here I'm using the Instrument plugin version of Scalar 3 on a MIDI track in Ableton Live. And I'm using Ableton Live's Sidechain feature to route audio into the Instrument plugin from an adjacent audio track. This functionality will differ depending on which DAW you're using. When detecting audio, it may be simplest to just use the Audio Effect version of Scalar 3 on an audio track. First, I'll select Detect Audio from the drop-down menu. Then I can click the Record button to begin the detection process. You can see the Record button flashing to indicate it's ready to start listening to audio. Now, because I've already set up the sidechain routing in Ableton Live, all I need to do is press play on my audio file in my audio track. We can see the chords appearing in section A whenever a new chord is detected. And when you're finished, click the record button again to stop the detection process. We can audition these chords to get an idea of how well the detection process worked. They all sound good, and it's detected the most relevant scale to be a Lydian mode. Now I'll select a few of these chords and drag them down to my main track. And because I have DAW sync mode enabled, whenever I press play on my clip in Ableton Live, my main track is automatically going to start playing along. So we'll hear these detected chords being played on top of the original audio, and we'll see how well they line up. As you can hear, the detection process generally works extremely well. However, there are occasionally some little glitches that can occur. For example, there are some strong effects on the audio in the sample, which it sounds like are inadvertently triggering some chords in the detection process. So let's try to find and remove those accidentally detected chords and bring down the correct chords instead.